Hey champs and champettes, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Princess, and today I'll be talking about boxing belts. Please like, subscribe and comment down below for any other topics you'd like to hear me cover. So recently Floyd Mayweather has given his opinion on boxing belts, and as most of you may know, he criticised there being too many belts in the sport. So I thought I'd drop a little video for you guys. So if we take a look back at the lineal champions, we have the likes of John Sullivan, who was the last bare knuckle champion and first boxing glove champion of his division. At that time, there was just one title, right up until the point where Jack Dempsey was awarded the WBA title in 1921, which was formerly known as the National Boxing Association, for those of you who care. This belt really meant world champion status. The only issue was that it was dominated by Americans. Not long after, so in 1922, the ring belt came into play. And then if we move further along, we got to 1963, where the WBC, World Boxing Council, stepped in just to really bring in more countries. Before, it was something like 11 countries involved. But now to date there's about 161, and still the WBC is seen by many fans as one of the most prestigious, just because of the amount of, big names that held the belt before. But even still, the corruption in boxing was a lot. So in 1983, the IBF, International Boxing Federation, was designed to allegedly combat this corruption. Target things like AML, which is anti-money laundering, and tax evasions. We're looking at around Don King's time. And guess what? Boxing politics still prevailed. So in 1988, the WBO came into force, and the IBO, which just isn't really spoken about as much. But that's a topic for another day. But all in all, if we look at how many different belts have come in over time, it's really about actually creating one belt or one title that's more prestigious than the other, and capitalizing really off sanctioning fees. So there's just too much confusion going on, and I can really resonate with the fact that Floyd is saying that there's too many belts, and there just really needs to be a crackdown on the sport of boxing. If we look at the lightweight division, at the moment we have Teofimo Lopez, who's currently a 4-belt champion. That's the WBA, IBF, WBO and WBC franchise. Devin Haney also holds the WBC title, and you can see how this gets confusing. And then we also have Tank Gervonta Davis, who holds the WBA regular. So despite all of this, most boxing fans probably see Lopez as top of the division right now, but just the sheer fact that he holds 4 belts, it's almost like a trophy game at the moment. There's so many different belts, and it's more about taking the belts than really fighting the best. If someone has 2 belts, you want to take 2. That makes you look better than you have 2 or you have 3. It's a lot. I'm a boxing fan, and it's a lot for me to keep an eye on. And then if you go along to other divisions, it's still not smooth sailing. So we've got like the middleweight division, and we've got each belt held by a different boxer. So we've got Jamal Charlo, Golovkin, Canelo, Andrade. If all of these boxers claim that they're the best, then that would be fine if there was one belt to say yes, he is the best. But we have a belt for all 4 of these boxers, so it becomes confusing. And in a time where boxing is creating a lot more steam and there's a lot more fans involved, I think it's becoming more and more important to have a clear winner of each division, whether that's swayed by a ranking similar to that done with the ring, who knows. But there needs to be some clarity on who is the best of their division, so that there's not so much politics around who's fighting the best or whose belt is better. So really all I wanted to say is that I am in agreement with Floyd, and something needs to be done. But you guys let me know, which belt do you think is the most prestigious? Do you think it's a fair gain right now? how everything's being run. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and look out for more videos.